This happened in court just moments ago. Now, as of right now, a scene supervisor from the Collin County Sheriff's Department is on the stand, a topic that was brought up several times today during testimony with him and that of other witnesses was the search for a .300 blackout rifle. Now, once the Collin County deputies arrived on the scene, they reported finding the shell casings of this .300 blackout rifle near the bodies of Paul and Maggie near the family's dog kennels. David Fernandez, a member of the prosecution, was questioning Captain Jason Chapman that you just saw there, the supervisor that night. The prosecution making a case with one of these high-powered rifles. How unusual is that to be used in a murder? Here's what Captain Chapman had to say.
With the rifle round called .300 blackout?
I am, sir.
Is that in your 26 years of experience, is that a caliber that you come across with any frequency?
In the last couple of years, probably more than ever, but in all the crime scenes that I've worked, I believe this was, at the time, the second ever in my career that had a .300 blackout as far as being involved in a homicide.
All right, so a very unusual type of bullet, a very unusual type of weapon, and an expert witness testified on the 24th that murder weapon was a .300 blackout semi-automatic rifle, and that same gun had in fact been used on the property before, as prosecutors say that older casings from that gun were collected elsewhere on the Murdaugh property.
Well, we have been in Collin County since jury selection started on Monday, and we continue to have team coverage for you tonight.
Yeah, we start with News 19's Kaylin Hagwood is live outside the courtroom. Kaylin, a lot of witnesses on the stand today.
Absolutely, Andrea, JR, as prosecutors, they were working to lay out their case. The first full day of witness testimony and a lot of information was shared. Let me take you into the courtroom as they took us first to where investigators arrived to the crime scene. Now, Murdaugh, who called 911, was seen at his family estate on body cam footage in distress, according to investigators, as his son and wife shot to death lie in a pool of blood at a dog kennel. When confronted by deputies, Murdaugh said the deadly 2019 boating crash that allegedly involved his son Paul could be to blame after he says Paul received threatening messages. But prosecutors believe it was Murdaugh who used an AR-style rifle and shotgun to kill them both.
Somebody going to check them?
Yes, sir. They've already checked them.
They did check them?
Yes, sir.
It's official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
When you observed these victims, was it obvious that they had injuries incompatible with life?
Yes, any reasonable person that came upon those bodies would have come to a conclusion that they were deceased.
Well, as the trial continues, we are expecting to possibly hear from some of Murdaugh's ex-law colleagues as well as business associates, including Curtis Smith, who was allegedly involved in that suicide for hire plot of Alex. All right, guys, reporting live here at the Collin County Courthouse, I'm Kaylin Hagwood.
Kaylin, you know, you mentioned something today that I think a lot of people took notice at. He was already sort of, according to the testimony today, telling police what he thought happened and that the boating accident might be connected.
That's right, Andrea. It was certainly a part that prosecutors seem to want to highlight. But I think for the defense's side, they were hoping to show that it means that there were other people involved and that the prosecutors and the investigators should have done more work to try to look into the possible killer or killers in this case. Still, you know, the prosecution say that he is the sole man responsible. And as the witness testimony continues over the next couple of days, they're hoping that the evidence shows just that.
All right, News 19's Kaylin Hagwood, thank you so much.